There's a mountain biker in front of the car right now. He's done a little wheelie and now he's trying to stay on the spot. I think he's showing off. I think he likes a bit of me. Shall I give him my bedroom eyes? This week in I think on balance, lemon tarts are the best kind of tarts. Natty. We all come to English from various different directions depending on what our sort of mother dialect might be within English, or whether English is our mother tongue at all in the first place. Which rather awkwardly, remember that video, segues me into the word natty. The direction I first came to it was from Car Magazine of all things, and it was used as an adjective to describe alloy wheels. The writer in question would say, I've got these lovely natty alloy wheels. I'm sure he definitely said it better than that. And then later on in my life, I've understood it to be a word which was involved in reggae music. I know, it's crazy. Imagine a person who reads car magazines and also knows what reggae music is and also enjoys good culture. Well, guess what? I am! In the first sense, that automotive journalist was using it as from an all but... lemon tarts are still the best though. So in the first sense, that automotive journalist was using it in the sense from an old English term, pretty much an obsolete old English term, which was a variation on neat. That's where its root comes from. So an English gentleman of the 18th century might say to another English gentleman of the 18th century, or woman, probably not though, because women weren't considered people then. He might say, check out the alloys/woods on my horse and cart. Don't you think they're very natty? Etymologyonline.com thinks that it's probably an alteration of netty, that it started out as neat, netty, then natty. And here's where things get interesting. So neat has its root in the word net. You see, the word net in the modern sense is actually two homophones which have joined in a common sort of meaning now. They all kind of mean the same thing. So the neat and then net that I've just covered is a Latin origin. The other net is of Germanic origin, and that one means to snare or to trap. And here's the bit that bends my mind a bit. You see, when you get your paycheck, you might talk about your net pay. And your net pay is the bit that's left over after you've paid your taxes and paid towards the roads and the NHS and, do all those things that you do as a citizen. What's left is the bit you net. So you might imagine that the etymology of that goes back to the Germanic origin, which is to snare or to trap. Like when you catch fish or something. But both of those don't come from snare or to trap. They come from the Latin nitere, N-I-T-E-R-E, which as usual I can't say properly, meaning to shine or be bright or to glitter. So, neat, net, nitere, to shine or to be bright or to glitter. Italian, apparently you say netto, i.e. what's left after your paycheck, meaning remaining after deductions. The link being trim and elegant. So if you're making a suit, what's left over is after you've trimmed all of the fat off, all of the bits that you don't want, is the bit that's left over, the bit that you net. It's not the bit that you trap or ensnare. Again, all Latinophones, please forgive my terrible, terrible pronunciation. Someone correct me at some point. That would be great. So them's the roots, but what about the split between natty and natty, meaning natty dread in reggae and natty alloy wheels, which upper middle class people write about in car magazines? Well, natty in the reggae sense specifically refers to, or is an abbreviation of, natural. Believe it or not, there is a Patois dictionary online. I recommend going and having a look at it, because for me, as someone who is completely removed from that culture, it was pretty eye-opening and enjoyable. There are several entries for natty, but the dominant one is natty dread, so some to refer to a Rastafarian who has natural dreads. Then, marching into the situation, drinking and shouting at women, comes the Urban Dictionary. The Urban Dictionary is an open source dictionary, so as you might imagine, it's actually pretty good at things like folk words. I use it quite a lot for when people say things in Facebook comments which involve acronyms that I don't know what they mean, like WYM, what you mean, or watch your mouth, depending on the context. The founder of Urban Dictionary has actually described it as the anti-Wikipedia, saying that every single word is written by someone with a personal experience, which, although means it should be used in complement with other sources, actually makes it a very good source for the way that we speak our language. It should be noted at this point that the Urban Dictionary is, well, I mean, most of its contributors are from the United States, and so thus it is weighed in that culture's favour. So what does natty mean on there? It means natural. Examples on there range from beer to breast to steroidal and non-steroidal college football players. There's probably a boob joke in there somewhere. I'm not going to make it. It's not going to happen. It's not how I roll. I mean, normally I'm dressed in a suit in a very posh car, so you could say that I am a natty, but also natty boob. Boob is a very fun word to say, isn't it? Listen, I had to work very hard for that joke, okay? So just, it's not been a long week, if I'm honest. It's just, I've been sat around thinking about cats, really, and watching videos of kittens. I genuinely watched a tutorial on how to wash a kitten today. I have no idea. I don't even own a cat. Anyway, that's it for this week. Go and do your life or something. Bye!